So, some of you know that I'm from Sarasota, and Sarasota is actually known for sunsets, because of the Gulf of Mexico right there. We can look over and on Siesta Key. But it's also a place where you can go and watch the sunrise. If you know which couple of buildings to look in between and you have the Gulf behind you. And so my husband and a friend and I went one morning, and I'm like, I want to see the sunrise. And they're sort of dilly-dallying. The sun is not going to wait. Just like church is going to start at 10 o'clock, the sun is going to rise when it rises. So I'm trudging off in the crystal white sand, and as I'm trying to find these two buildings, I start hearing, "Here comes the sun." Right, I start hearing. Then all of a sudden, I have an epiphany, and I realize, wait a minute, the sun is not coming to us. We're going to the sun via the planet Earth revolving. So then when I got home, this song came out, and it's called Moving Into the Sunrise. And there's a part for you, and I'll teach it to you. I'm moving into the sunrise. The earth is bringing me there. We're moving into the sunrise. It lights up everywhere, 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 everywhere. That's your part. We're going to try that together. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. How about one more time with your big voices? Everywhere, 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 everywhere. I'm moving into the sunrise. The earth is bringing me there. We're moving into the sunrise. It lights up everywhere. Come on. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. I'm moving into the spirit. My soul is bringing me there. We're moving into the spirit. It lights up everywhere. I'm not sure where I go next. Okay, the bridge. The light is of the infinite. Each one holds a candle. The light is of the infinite. It gives us only what we can handle. I'm moving into the spirit. My soul is bringing me there. We're moving into the spirit. It lights up everywhere. Come on. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. God is everywhere. I'm moving into the sunrise. I'm moving into the spirit. We're moving into the spirit. It lights up everywhere. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much.
First day of March. I don't know about you, but don't you kind of get a little bit of excitement when you turn that calendar to March? Even in Florida, I still get, okay, we made it through January, February. It's also our second Sunday in Lent. I'll just breathe that in. It's also birthday Sunday. Do we have any March birthdays? Well, wherever they are out there, we wish them all happy birthday, and we still have cupcakes. Thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. With the state of our world and all the events happening, good for you that you chose peace this morning. You chose to contribute through your light and through your love. And we appreciate that you're here. For those that might be a first-time visitor, do we have anybody that's courageous enough to raise their hand to say, welcome? We have a gift for you. It's a little packet that'll talk to you a little bit about our foundational tenets and principles. And you might as well meet Marty now, because he is part of the architecture here. He's our trustee on duty. And anybody who has any questions or concerns, he would be the person to see. So for those that you do social media, Reverend Clive always likes to say, if you'd like to check in and let them know that where you are so we can build our awareness, and we ask if you would like to check in on social media, and if not, just quietly turn off those phones so we can just be here in the space of grace and peace. We're particularly blessed to have someone, you want to talk about a full circle moment. I don't want to tell you how old we are, but Elaine and I actually have not seen each other in probably over 30 years. We both came from New Jersey, and we both traveled in similar unity circles. I had a metaphysical store, and we did a lot of fundraising with music. And anytime Elaine Silver was on the agenda, we knew that we were in for a real treat. So we welcome you here with us today. And Elaine, you're going to do a congregational song.
Yes, we're going to do another song. It's called Shine, Shine On. And during this part, if you want to get up and greet each other briefly, you can do that. You can give them the peace sign from afar if you want it. And it's called Shine, Shine On. All right. Do we have the lyrics yet? Shine, shine on, shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. Like this. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine. One more time. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. It's very easy too, so just join in any place you want. We are made of light, shine on. Like the sun so bright, shine on. We are made of love, shine on. Like the moon up above, shine on. Let me hear you. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. We are made of joy, shine on. Every girl and boy, shine on. Every living thing, shine on. Everyone, shine on, shine on. Let me hear you. Shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. We are the energy of community. We are the symphony of humanity. Shine, 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 shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. It feels so good to shine on. Get the neighborhood to shine on. Get America to shine on. Get the whole wide world to shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. Good job, everybody. Oh, you're going to do that now? How about this? Namaste from me, namaste to you. I see my light when I look at you. Namaste from me, namaste to you. You see your light when you look at me. Namaste from me, namaste to you. I see my light when I look at you. Namaste from you, namaste from me. I see my light when I look at you. All right. Let's take our seats, everybody. You can continue schmoozing after the service.
Before we do the announcements, I'd just like to draw your attention to our Christ candle this morning. There's something so symbolic and such a beautiful ritual to light the candle, and we light that candle this morning for all our friends across the globe, for all those that may at this very moment be in fear. We send you our peace, we send you our light, we send you our comfort, and we send you the light of the heavens. Peace be with us all. So be it. Our announcements. You know that there's always a lot going on here, so let's. Thank you. I even forgot that it was there. Ooh. Okay. Oh. All right, great. So we do have a Reiki 2 class coming up on March 7th. Our Earth Fest is really quite an exciting event that really is an opportunity to really reach out, to bring in children and many people in our community that don't even know that we exist. It's a beautiful way to support our practitioners and our teaching. So we hope that you'll mark that down on your calendar. There's a sign-up sheet in the foyer if you'd like to be a sponsor or assist in any way. We want to thank the Garden Team Mulch Party, especially as we sit here and we've all lost so many of our palm trees and our beautiful ties. So aren't we so grateful that so much of our beautiful landscaping is thriving? So we send peace and light to all of the plants and trees, right? Our labyrinth meditation is today. It's always the first Sunday of the month. So we hope that you will join us today at 4:30. And we've done our birthdays, so I think we're good with the announcements. So now it's time to affirm our values, our vision, and our mission statements. And they should be up on the prompter at any moment. Yes, here we go. We did the Christ candle. So, we can do it together. Would you like to do it again? May the blessing of the divine Christ, its grace and good, be upon me, you, and our world today. And so it is. And so it is. Next, we have our values. So together at Unity Spiritual Center of Vero Beach, we value faith, love, integrity, unity, peace, prosperity, service, and joy. And there's our vision. A world collaborating in love and unity to co-create the blessings of peace and prosperity for all. And our mission, loving, teaching, and inspiring people to be all we are divinely to be. Thank you. So our prayer chaplains today are Sheila and Gwen, and I believe that Gwen is going to come up and read our daily word.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gwen, and I'm your prayer chaplain today. And I was just thinking, it is such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I mean, there's no rain right now. Grateful for the rain we had, but it's nice that it stopped. So I'm glad that you're all here today. I want to introduce my prayer chaplain partner, Sheila Ross. Sheila and I will be in the chapel after the service for confidential and private prayer. Should you have a prayer that you would like us to pray with you over, that would be wonderful, and we'd be happy to do that. Also, the prayer box has been blessed in the earlier service. That's a box where you put your prayer requests. They get prayed over here for a month in the prayer ministry, and then it's sent to Unity the headquarters. That's where it's sent. The headquarters, Kansas City, Missouri, or Lee Summit, rather. Okay, so today's word, illumination, and the affirmation is, I walk with faith along the path of light. When someone gets a flash of insight or makes a sudden realization, it is often said that a light bulb has gone off. It is no surprise that growing in understanding is likened to light, which brings brightness and clarity to what was once obscured by darkness. I am grateful for the illumination I've received as I have traveled the divine path. My spiritual growth may not always be easy, and I will never stop learning and discovering, but there is such value in the journey itself. Those moments I feel newly close to God, those times when the divine within helps me make a better choice, and those precious flashes of pure love and light. I welcome my ongoing illumination, knowing the light I seek is already within me. And the spiritual text is, it is you who light my lamp, the Lord my God lights up my darkness. And that's from Psalm 18:28. And if you would, repeat with me the affirmation, I walk with faith along the path of light. And as I mentioned, we'll be in the chapel after the service, should you want private and confidential prayer. Thank you.
Okay, it's time for our meditation piece. And so if everybody would get comfortable in their seats and uncross your arms and legs. Let's take a nice deep healing breath through our nose. And as we exhale, let it go down and out through the bottoms of our toes. Another deep breath in. And let her go back down into the mother. So here we are, sitting in our bodies, feeling the chair supporting us, touching spirit, which is all there is. But we live in a physical universe, which means we have physicality, we have a body. Spirit doesn't have a body. So spirit gets to experience being human through us, by means of us. And the other thing that spirit doesn't typically employ is what is known as free will, choice. And so this song is called The Universal Voice. choice when we tune into the universal voice, but it takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. And there's a universal choice. It's the love in the universal voice, but it takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. The universal voice is still and small. The universal voice answers every call. This comes from within, below and above, as the sacred sounds of love. The universal voice brings us knowing. The universal voice keeps us growing. The universal voice sets us free to roam to the universal sound of Om. So we're going to do 3 ohms together like this. Om, the sound of creation. Om, affirm an Om. There we go. Just go into the silence for a moment. We are always at choice when we tune into the universal voice, but it takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. It takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. Sing that with me, please. It takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. One more time. It takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. We can come back to the room. You can open your eyes. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. For some people, it doesn't take discipline. But, discipline, listening. So it rhymed. So anyway, my name is Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver. I'm here from Sarasota, and I'm here to bring you a message about spiritual economics through song and words and poetry. So this talk was inspired after taking an 8-week class based on this book, Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. Anybody read this? Do they ever offer the class? We had it. It was so great. But, I had already taken the class like 20-something years ago, 22, 3 years ago. And so I thought, I remember I liked that class. And I took that at Center for Conscious Living, which became Center for Spiritual Living, the Clearwater Center. And so I go on my bookshelf and there's the book. This is the exact book that I had like 20-something years later. And I opened the book, and I had some things underlined. But now, like almost every page has yellow because I just love this book so much. And I used to, from New Jersey, and I used to go into New York City on Sunday morning sometimes to Lincoln Center and listen to Eric Butterworth. Has anybody ever done that? Yeah, a few people, yeah. And with Enid, I know Marty knows her. So it was really amazing to watch hundreds of people filing in and out of Lincoln Center. And also, Dr. Stuart Grayson was there with the Church of Religious Science, which is very similar to Unity. And so it was like thousands of people coming and going. It was like the mecca of new thought probably on the planet at that time. And so my friend Rebecca brought me the first time. And I met Rebecca at the S training in New York City. Anybody here ever you know about our landmark? Yeah, okay, good. Perfect. So, so anyway, I met her in March of 1976, and we were in the March D, so we graduated in early April, and then like the next Sunday was Easter. And so Rebecca invited me to come to Lincoln Center and listen to this guy, Eric Butterworth, I had never heard of. And I remember meeting her, and she looked beautiful. She had her Easter bonnet on, and it was really, really nice, to get to do that day. So what I've done, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Becca later, but, for a 21-year-old woman to understand from that training, we create our own reality, life is a mirror, distinctions between wants and needs. Very, very empowering to have that in my past. And so here's the book, and I believe there's 12 chapters. And so I took my favorite 6 ideas, and I call them ideas, because some of them are spiritual principles, some of them are maybe the chapter names. But I want to start here with idea number 1, which is the idea and the spiritual principle that God is everywhere present. Can you say that? God is everywhere present. This is a major principle in New Thought philosophy. And not only is God everywhere present and in everything, it is everything. Everything is made of the same substance, essence, presence, expressing in its own individual expression, its own uniqueness. You could go up to anybody and go, "You're unique, just like everybody else." So Alan Cohen taught me that. Okay, so this is the part where we are the physical us, which I talked about before the meditation, and we are uniquely expressing being human for God by means of us. And one thing that happened with this book, I was so inspired by it, and a couple years before the class, I started writing haiku poetry. And during that, it took me forever to get through the homework because I kept being inspired and I kept writing haiku poems. And I wrote about 400 of them. Right? So I'm going to share some as we go along. And so here we go. God is everywhere present, and I have a couple of haiku poems for you. Everybody know what haiku? Who doesn't know? No, I'll explain it. Okay. It's a form of poetry from Japan, and it typically has to do with nature and in the presence of nature. But I just write everything about in haiku. It's, I take that poetic license. And the form is 3 lines. The first line is 5 syllables, the second line is 7 syllables, and the third line is 5 syllables again. And to take these ideas and make them fit into a form actually helps to create new pathways in my brain. It's so cool to do it. It feels really good. Probably everybody here, when you're in a creative process, what feels better than that? Ideas coming through, they're like manna from heaven, ideas. Okay, so here's the first haiku. One life coursing through a divine appointment in human consciousness. That's what this is, a divine appointment in human consciousness. So here's the second one. The good I'm seeking is my God. God is my life, health, strength, and support. And so I'm going to read a little bit. Page 36. Okay, so this is from Eric Butterworth. This is quotations from him. So he says, your personal welfare begins with your consciousness or awareness. We call it awareness too. It has its inception in the state of your mind. You can be prosperous when business is poor, and you can experience financial difficulties even when business is booming. By your thinking, you are either adding to your good or you are taking away from it. The law is inexorable. Failure or lack in your life is simply the result of continuously minusing yourself. It is wise to take inventory. Let's see. Conversely, success and prosperity are the results of constantly plussing yourself. I am perfect whole. I am the perfection of health. Yes, I tell myself stuff like that. I'm beautiful. I tell myself. And anyway, it's really fun to do that. Let's see. Now he says, your negative thoughts of fear and worry are depleting your good faster than inflation erodes the value of the dollar, and your positive, optimistic thoughts add to your good more dramatically than compound interest increases your bank savings. I wouldn't put my money in the bank for that. There's other ways to invest. Okay, so then Jesus declared this truth statement. And this is where I got clarity when I got to this page 37. I have stars all over it because back in the 70s, I used to sing a song by Billie Holiday. And it went, them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, or her own, that's got his own. Mm-hmm. So I sang that, but I had no idea what I was talking about or singing about. So this is the quotation from Jesus in the Bible. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. So it sounds like the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. But it isn't that. I mean, yeah, that it could seem like that because it's your consciousness. It's our consciousness. This says, actually, Jesus' statement puts into symbolic language the kind of orderly law upon which the whole universe is constructed. And we are constantly attracting to us the conditions that we make inevitable by the quality of thought. So negative or positive, we are bringing that in. So like in the S training, we say, you created that, we create. Now I think it's more like we attract our reality. We attract what is coming and going in our lives. So now here is another direct quote. Oh, a distinction. First I got this distinction. And I'm 21 years old or 22, and I'm actually still friends with my friend Rebecca Winters. But I said back then, here I am. I was already a musician, and I'm like, oh, I'm so poor. And she goes, never say you're poor. You can be broke, but that's a state of consciousness. Poor, you could have all kinds of wealth and be very poor, or you can have nothing and be rich. And so Eric Butterworth said, and I think Charles Fillmore actually said this, but I have it quoted from Eric. It's a sin to be poor, which means missing the mark. It's a sin to be poor. So here's another haiku poem. I may have been broke, but I have never been poor. Conscious awareness. And so I have a song now. And we had the universal voice, and now we're going to have in the universal realm. Yeah, the universal realm. And I wrote it, it's like hold on a second. It's like A kirtan. Do you know kirtan? It's a call and response. Oh, I know what it is. I need a music stand this wide. Okay. So I'll sing. I'm not sure if we have it up there. Maybe not. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. Let's try that. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. Let's try it one more time. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. Now we're going to Om together. Om, Om, and again. Om, Om. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. And again, I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. Om. Om. True prosperity for you and me. When we open up, we see that we are free. God works through eternity, not doing for me, but as me and you and me and you and me and you. Oh, 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 oh. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. In the universal realm where we live and the whole of spirit is present. We did this already. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. You remember this part. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. True prosperity for you and me. When we open up, we see that we are free. For God within is always there. Look inside and know it's right here and there and everywhere. Come on, Om. Oh, 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 one more time. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. Okay. This I don't need. Okay. So now I'm going to continue. I need that bigger. Okay, here we go. We're going to move on to idea number 2. I could put the guitar down for a little while. The principle of abundance. Can you say that? The principle of abundance. We live in an abundant and giving universe. You know, I like to think of it, the idea that, you know, it's the law of life. It continues to give. And I use the example of an oak tree. I have a huge oak tree in my backyard. Like the circumference or the diameter is probably from the bottom step to where those chairs start. Giant. And every year, that thing gives off hundreds, maybe 1,000 acorns, right? And each one of those acorns has the potentiality to create another giant oak tree. And each one of those oak trees has thousands every year or 1,000 every, whatever it is. So that gives me kind of a direct, tangible experience of infinity, how it just keeps, how does that happen? How does that happen? How does this turn into that? It's amazing to me. So prosperity is a way of thinking and being, and it's not something we get. Think about the word affluence. It literally means in an abundant flow. Fluid, affluence, in an abundant flow. Here's a haiku poem. The economy is just a barometer of our consciousness. And this is one of my favorite quotations from this book, from Eric Butterworth. The kingdom that is within you, which is your very own inlet, may become an outlet to all there is in God. Claim your inheritance of abundance. You are entitled to the support of God. Substance and everything to which you give your mind or hands. And this is my favorite part. Let go of the belief in the grace of poverty and the subconscious sense of guilt in having things, along with the feelings of unworthiness. These attitudes have such a detrimental influence upon human consciousness. Claim your inheritance. Say, I claim my inheritance. I claim my inheritance. Yes. Good. Moving on. Here are 3 haiku poems. I'm rich in spirit by reason of spiritual inheritance. Yes. The wheel of fortune is the ever-present God. It's an inside job. Living a charmed life, knowing I deserve it all, spirit then responds. So this is just that beautiful principle of the abundant universe. It's just abundant, continually giving. We open up to receive it. I receive my good. Be careful. I used to say, I'm open to receiving. It's like, careful. I'm open to receiving my good, the highest and best of the most benevolent outcome. So we're going to move on to idea number 3. Your fortune begins with you. Our point of power is where? Where is it? When is it? Where is it? Here and now. You know, we can learn from the past. We can get lessons, but we're getting that stuff now, or we can set intentions for the future, but we're doing it in the now. This is where our point of power is. This is where we are free to make the choices that support or deny our desires. Conscious awareness is key. This is being conscious of what we're thinking and feeling. What we're thinking and feeling. Thoughts create feelings. Sometimes we might hear somebody say, I thought a feeling just came over me. A feeling just came over me. And I'm like, nope. Now, there's unconscious thoughts, subconscious thoughts, and that will tell us what's happening. If this strange feeling, unwanted feeling maybe, comes up, it's a good time to think about, when did this happen before? When did I feel like this before? And this can give you insight into what's up next to be healed. And you know, I'm saying all this stuff for me too. I need to know this. And that's the question. When I'm in a place of conflict or I'm not happy about this or that, I just stop and I say, what do I need to know? And then I typically get an answer. And the answer is, God is all there is. And then we're free to make choices. So, The feelings are caused by our beliefs, which are often unconscious. And according to Abraham Hicks, any Abraham Hicks fans here? A few? Awesome. A belief is just a thought we keep thinking. And it could be a lie, or it could be the truth we keep hearing. You hear something over and over, somehow it starts to be true, even though it may not be true. So the insight is find better feeling thoughts, because they can become manifestations. And I was really, I have to watch myself, because I get very involved in what's going on in the world. And about a year before the last election, I was attracting so many things I did not want, because I was like, oh, what's going on now? And just, I was attracting just many, many things I didn't want. And then I realized, oh, I have to change where my attention is, right? Where attention flows, where attention grows, energy flows, something like that, right? What we're thinking, we're creating. What we think about, we bring about. So I started, instead of watching all these sort of political podcasts, I started watching Sitting with Dogs with Rocky Kanaka. Anybody? And I was never a dog person, but now I love every dog. And then I found Caesar, the dog whisperer, and he's my guru. That guy is so wise. And I would just watch those things, just relaxing, and I'd watch those podcasts and those YouTubes. And it really changed me, because I was more joyous more of the time. Just watching and thinking about those dogs. Oh. So I have a song here that is called Thoughts Become Things. And actually, now that I think about this, I wrote this in the fall of 2008, and I was on my way from Sarasota to sing here. I remember that drive over here. And it's called Thoughts Become Things, and it goes like this. Summer into fall, winter into spring, listen to the call, the thoughts become things, thoughts become things, I let my wishes ring, I'm awakening, the pendulum swings to thoughts becoming things, the blessings they can bring, aware that I'm aware, my thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer, thoughts become things. My wishes sing. I'm affirming now, God's declaring how, each and every hour I tap into the power of universal law. It brings a state of awe. The magic of the mind is out of space and time, out of space and time, out of space and time. I'm opening. I'm awakening. Thoughts become things, the pleasures they can bring, the treasures of a king. I am one with everything. I am one with everything. I am one with everything. Summer into fall, winter into spring, listen to the call that thoughts become things, 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 thoughts become things. Choose good ones. All right. Yeah, and thoughts are things, but a thought is a non-physical thing, and then the things that they help us co-create are physical things. So it's a little distinction there. Okay, idea number 4. In the flow of God, a giving spirit. Say that. In the flow of God, a giving spirit. And then Eric says, the goal should not be to make money or acquire things, but to achieve the consciousness through which the substance flows forth when and as you need it. Just think about electricity. We can't see it, but we see the results of it. And it's an invisible current. It's a force of nature. It's the same thing. It's like electric current is invisible to us. We can't deny it. But money or affluence, it doesn't have to be in form. It is also an invisible force, and that's why it's called currency. Isn't that cool? It's God in action. Here's another haiku. Handle currency with a joyous attitude to get in the flow or to stay in the flow. That's fun. I trust the allness of the infinite supply. Spirit is my source. Here in a nutshell, giving way to divine flow is in consciousness. It's not what we are giving to, it's what we are giving divinely from. And we cannot outgive God. And money is God in action. It is a flow. And when the flow is blocked, something's got to give. You know, when something is blocked and it's the flow is, something breaks, something happens. Something's got to give. So Eric says, just start giving to give. Begin the flow, the universal law of circulation. You know, you can't just keep receiving. There has to be this flow, otherwise something happens. So I have the song, Something's Got to Give. Okay. And this is kind of like a Buddy Holly song I made into a metaphysical. It's got that feel. Something's got to give. Now, we don't have the words up there. So we're going to use our brains. Something's got to give if we truly want to live in a world where we all grow. In a world where we all grow. Something's got to give if we truly want to live. Same thing, right? In a sacred, abundant flow. So something's got to give if we truly want to live in a world where we all grow. Something's got to give if we truly want to live in a sacred, abundant flow. And I'll teach you. Something's got to give if we truly want to live in a world where we all grow. Something's got to give if we truly want to live in a sacred, abundant flow. Again. Something's got to give if we truly want to live in a world where we all flow, grow. Something's got to give if we truly want to live in a sacred, abundant flow. Giving of itself is the universal start, creating the perfect setting. What I gotta give comes straight from my heart. It is love and light and blessing. We ready? Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a sacred, abundant flow. I release what no longer serves, creating the space for growing. Opening to grace brings me what I deserve from the place within my knowing. All right, let me hear you. Something's gotta give if we truly want to live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly want to live in a sacred, abundant. One more time. Something's gotta give if we truly want to live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly want to live in a sacred, abundant flow. In a sacred, abundant flow. In an abundant flow. Something's gotta give. All right. Winding down. Okay. Distinctions in the tithing practice. This was really, really freeing for me when I read what Eric Butterworth had to say the second time. So, according to Butterworth, there are distinctions around the concept of tithing. One, if we give to get, it's not real giving. I mean, there's nothing wrong with tithing, you know, because it becomes a practice and it just may become more of your way of being. But the history of the tithe, that's the part that really helped me. It translates to the word 10. It's a giving of 10% of income, crops, or whatever is earned or accumulated. It was a requirement. and some people guilty of not giving the full share were even put to death. Right? That's a history of the tithe. So page 180, what does he say? He says, well, again, tithing is an excellent practice, and we strongly recommend to anyone who is seeking to change his or her life from indigence to affluence. You know, just, here you go, here. So, he says, it was a form of taxation. It wasn't a love offering or a charitable contribution at all, because it was like a toll. It was a tax. So, once I heard that tithing was originally a requirement, I upped my monthly gift to my Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast in Sarasota. I upped it by 50%. And the bank just sends it every month. I don't have to do anything. I didn't notice anything different. I'm thinking about upping it again. See how that goes. It'll go great. So because I had been considering doing it, I just hadn't gotten around to it. But then when I really wanted to give from a place of giving, to come from that place, and with a giving attitude, and I've been consciously more generous too, I've been more generous. Things like tipping, sharing, smiling at people. I always smile, but you know what? A smile can change the whole energy in a room, right? A smile. So I'm going to move on now to a song called Lottery Ticket. How many people buy lottery tickets here? Anybody? I spend $6 a week. I buy 2 double tickets, just the lotto, the 6 numbers. I have the same 6 numbers. I don't even have to look at my ticket. I just go on my phone. Like this morning I found out I won a free ticket. So, anyway, I think about it. If we win $5 million, we'll get about $2.5 million. Well, what could we do with that? And then just start thinking about what we'll do, what we're doing with those winnings. And it makes me feel good. It really makes me feel good. So the lottery ticket thing is, I'm like enthusiastic, and I go in there and I'll go, I think I have a winning ticket. And I let them put it in the machine, even though I could check it myself. And then if it's a winning ticket, even if you just win a ticket, the machine goes, da-da-da-da. And I'm there going, come on, da-da-da-da. Because sometimes I win free tickets, and those have different numbers. And like last week, we won $21 and a free ticket. So I wrote this song, and it's called Lottery Ticket, and it goes like this. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, I am a winner. I am a winner. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, my heart's a glimmer. My heart's a glimmer. My vibration's risen, and it's given me such a feeling, a realization, transformation's healing. Oh yes, it's healing. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, I am a winner. I am a winner. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, my heart's a glimmer. My heart's a glimmer. Lottery ticket, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're moving on. Idea number 6. This is the last idea. So it's called Green Side Up. Can I say that? Green Side Up. So this is my favorite part, because I love money. I love when people give me money. So here's $1, right? And you see, that's kind of green. The face is kind of green. But look at this backside. See how much greener it is? And all the money is like this. And what he says is, when you give somebody money, when you hand them money, give it to them green side up, because all the dollars and all the paper money, and the coins too, I checked, they all say, "In God we trust." So when you're handing somebody money, cash, give it to them green side up, and then you can bless the money and you bless the person you're giving it to. So I went into the Circle K one day, right after I learned this, and there was just the woman at the cashier was there, and I said, I just learned this thing. See the money? I just did to her what I did. I said, And so when I'm handing the person the money, I'm blessing the money and I'm blessing the person I'm giving it to. And she goes like this. I needed to hear that today. It's another generous thing. You know, you bless people. And so the Green Side Up song goes like, it goes like this. Your part goes like, green side up when you put your money down. Come on, some of you know I grew up in a nursery school. A lot of my songs are kind of nursery schoolish. So help me do this. This is a little hand dance. So come on. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Try that part. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Come on, everybody, use your hands. Come on, you got hands. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. So let's try that whole thing. 1, 2, 3. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. All the paper money in America has a message for each one of us. All the paper money in America has the message, in God we trust. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. There's a blessing to the person you hand the money to. There's a blessing that comes right back to you. Come on. All the paper money in America has a message for each one of us. All the paper money in America has the message, in God we trust. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. And now I'm going to call Sharon to come up here. Get your green side up. Come on, Sharon.
So Elaine was born into a musical family, and as she shared, she really awoke to her spiritual path quite, young in the 20s, and I saw that. And I want to acknowledge you in this moment because, there's some people that write a great book, and then 40 years later, maybe they've even forgot the book that they wrote. Girl, there's a line at the end of Asked after you've done that training for 3 days, and I don't know if you remember, but you're like, what could they possibly end with? And the line went like this. When you're hot, you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. You are hot!
We're going to stay friends now.
Well, you already are. But what a perfect opening that is to our tithes and offerings. I'm like, all right, I love when the electricity is flowing strong, so let's use that currency, right? Okay, so our ushers, Faye and Gracie. Just everybody would like to take your offering if you like. And however you want to, in God we trust, in God we trust. And let's read this together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. And in case you didn't bring the green, today they have digital. We have several different ways that we can contribute, and CJ will put that on the screen. So take a snapshot, and you know what to do.
God is my source. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. That's the whole song. God God is my source. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. God is my source. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. I don't know if I did. Okay. God is my source. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. Again. God is my source. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. One more time. God is my source. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. All my needs are met. 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 I am grateful. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. So it is.
And so now we bless these gifts because we may be broke, but we are not poor. Thank you, God, for the blessing of these generous gifts today. We anoint this offering with your presence and power, committing it to your purpose in our ministry and in the world, to bringing the blessing of your grace and good to one and all. Thank you, and so it is.
I think we're having an announcement.
Which one is that?
What's going on now? Oh, you're going to bless the offering? You did.
We just did. Okay, we're going to do the peace song.
Oh, the peace song!
Yeah.
We're going to circle up?
Up, we're going to do our prayer protection first.
I thought
Okay, then, yeah, so come on. Let's do it.
Okay. You ready? Here we go. Wait a minute. Wait. This is the intro. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, and we all are weak. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And everybody, I want to just make one announcement. I'm doing a concert at 12. I'm doing a concert lecture, Beatleology, Spirituality, and the Beatles, at 12 o'clock in this room. So I hope to see all of you. Come in. is gone.